Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praise to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Mahavim Kwakudash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders, the great millstone who taught us the truth and who ruled well. And peace, greetings, and salutations to all the Akim out there in the world that may even look like the speckled bird, but whose bloodline come back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. To you, Yasharallah, I give a hearty, warm shalom. The brothers that go ahead and continue to give their bodies as a living sacrifice for this work. To you, brothers, shalom. To the few sisters that are out there listening and learning, shalom. It's Aisha, the worker, you know, and just coming back with another lesson. All right, and it's talking about spreading the word. Right, it's on our duty to go ahead and spread this word. Because the Lord chose, the scriptures say, you cannot choose the Lord chose you, roughly paraphrased. Right? You can't convert into this. You know what I mean? Like, it don't work like that. You feel me? So, let's go ahead and let the scriptures talk, because, I ain't nothing but a man. Not even a worthy man. Sometimes, compared to the glory and great, but I have this promise and I was commanded to do this job. And I will continue to do this job till I take my last breath. Yahweh Zah. All right. So this is Matthew 24, and we go 14. Right. And the gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. All right. And this is why you got the man, the actual true man, the remnant, the hopeful elect, the men out there going on the highways and byways that we was commanded to do so, out there on the streets teaching. All right, not in the church, you know what I'm saying, like not in within the building, because the scriptures also do say, roughly paraphrasing, the Lord don't dwell in temples made with man's hands, right? So, I mean, and that's what it says. So, and then and to reread that again, this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached into all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then it should come to an end, because the end is coming. We already know. We already know. All right, let's go to the book of Psalms. This is the book of Psalms 96 and 3. Let me just go ahead and bring it from the top. This is the book of Psalms 96 and 1. Oh, sing unto the Lord a new song. Sing unto the Lord all the new earth. So I'm using the word Lord because, for edification purposes, This is, for the maybe somebody that stumbled across this video by chance, I'm just going to do that, right? So, but sing unto the Lord, blessed his name. Show forth his salvation from day to day. Declare his glory among the heathen, his wonders among people. For the Lord is great and greatly be praised. He is to be feared above all gods. All right? For all gods of nations are idols, for the Lord made the heavens, right? I mean, and then this is where we can go into, Christianity, Catholicism. And all Catholicism means, the Catholic Church means the universal church. And they push that doctrine, like everybody can get in. That's not true. According to the scriptures, you got to be a bloodline from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All right? Presume, man, you want that throat cut? It's Romans 9. Read Romans 9. All right? For my, you know what? Let me just get it. I'm not even going to roughly paraphrase it, because it's such a, this is Romans 9, right? I say the truth is in the Mashiach. I lie not. My conscience also bearing me witness in the Holy Ghost that I have great heaviness and continual sorrow in my heart. This is the Apostle Paul talking, right? For I wish I could that myself were accursed from the Mashiach for my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh, right? So we out here in this world, right? Like, hey, look, that's my kinfolk. You know what I'm saying? That's my kinsman. That's my kinfolk. According to the flesh, right? According to the flesh means what? You bloodline, right? That's all it is. And then 4 is, here's a dagger to all these wacky tacky Christians, right? Who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption. Pertaineth means you own it. That is yours. That you pertaineth this adoption. All right. And the adoption, all it means, the word, if we break down to the word adoption, it means to be brought back. To be brought back, right? Because who was the Apostle Paul preaching to? He was preaching to the Gentiles that there were whom were actual Israelites that fell away from who they were, and they started following other customs, right? Like, look, for instance, right? I'm an Issachar, right? So I can't go to Mexico. They can go ahead and spot me a mile away. Be like, oh no, you. And they got all types of words. Pocho. They got gringo. Like, they wouldn't even call me gringo. Americano, Chicano. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and they recognize that I fell away from their customs. I don't hold their customs. You know what I'm saying? Because I was born and raised in America, and so are my parents too. But think about it in the times of the Apostle Paul, right? The Apostle Paul, he was bringing back the fold, the hopeful elect, and teaching his people that, hey, look, you went and you followed Greek customs, like, you not these people. All right, this is your heritage. All right, according to the flesh, right? Who pertain to adoption, right? And on top of that, and the glory, right? And the covenants, right? Because those covenants made, right? And the giving of the law, right? Because we're still underneath the law. I don't care how many wacky tacky Christians they don't think that we're not still underneath the law. Like the Old Testament is dead. What the hell you think your so-called fucking Jesus was reading from? Come on, get the fuck out of here, right? His true name was Yahweh Shai. And what do you think? And all the apostles after Yahweh Shai, what do you think he was reading from? From the law. And who was giving them to the law? Go back to Deuteronomy. You can read Deuteronomy 1. Right? Who was given the law? Unto what people were given to the law? All right? And the service of Yahweh and the promises, right? Because we got promises. Even though we forsake our God, like our power, right? Al-Hayam, right? But we're coming back into the fold. You feel me? Whose are the fathers, and whom as concerning the flesh Mashiach came, who is over all. Yahweh, blessed forever. Amen. All right. Man, I didn't think this lesson would go, but you know what? The Spirit's taking me where it's taking me. The Spirit's taking me where it's taking me. This is Romans 1:16. I wrote this down for a reason. Oh, because go ahead and spread the word, feel me? So this is Romans 1:16. For I am not ashamed of the gospel of Yamashiach, for it is the power of Yahweh unto salvation to everyone that believeth, to the Jew first and also the Greek. So this is where a lot of Christians get this mixed up, you know. The actual true Jews were the southern kingdom. This is Yahweh, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, right? And the Greek were the lost strays that went away and followed the understanding of the whole different world. All right, you know, like, and they didn't, you know, like, and then it was brought back, right? Because this is Romans, right? Because this is the Apostle Paul teaching, and that's what he was sent to do, to go ahead and gather the lost sheep of who? Of Israel, of Yasharallah. You feel me? For therein is righteousness of Yahweh revealed from faith to faith, that is written, thou shalt live by faith. And you know what? That's why we out here in the highways and byways, week in, week out. Don't matter the weather, don't matter nothing, don't matter storms, don't matter it's hot, don't matter it's cold. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we keep doing, because we have to continue to spread the word, gospel back. You know, if you break that word down, it means the good news. All right? And I got one final scripture, and I'm going to wrap this up. This is the book of Galatians. This is the book of Galatians 6 and 9. You know what? Let me start at 7. Be not deceived. Yahweh is not mocked. For whatever a man soweth, he shall always also reap. For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption. But he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting. All right? And 9. And let us not be weary in well doing, for in due season we shall reap if we not faint. All right. So look, basically what that breaks down to is, you know, the Lord is not mocked. And whatever a man go ahead and sow is like, you know, sowing like a field, right? So you go ahead and plant seeds down, you know what I'm saying? You're sowing the seeds, you know, and then when you reap them, like, that's when you go ahead and take the harvest, right? So he that soweth into his flesh, because we know flesh is death, because if you go back into Romans, the flesh is death, shall the flesh reap corruption, right? Because the flesh is weak. The flesh is, you know, this is this weak meat suit that we're actually wearing currently right now. But he that soweth to the Spirit shall the Spirit reap life everlasting, right? So the Lord puts the Spirit on you, you reaping life everlasting, and that's what you should go ahead, you know, and that's what you should sow it. So whoever soweth that's life everlasting, right? But you know what? Like, back to the point of the lesson, is to spread the word, you know, and this is why we continue to do so in the highways and the byways, you know, like, and we're giving ourselves continually as a living sacrifice. Yes, we are still in this flesh, you know what I'm saying? Yes, you know, it is rough, you feel me? But let me go ahead and read Galatians 6 and 9 again. And let us not be worrying well doing, because while we out here continuing to do what we do, you know, we get ridiculed, we get laughed upon, we get fucking made fun of, you know what I mean? Like, you know, it don't matter, right? Because we are not weary, right? Don't be weary in our well doing, because you know what? We're going ahead and continue to do that was commanded to us, because you know what? We weren't chosen, but he chose us to go ahead and continue to go ahead and bring this forth, right? In due season we shall reap. In due season we shall reap. In the due season we shall reap. All right, in the due season, so you know, cause you know this is late October, right? You know, like I drive through fucking cornfields and they're reaping the last harvest, man. You know what I'm saying? The last cornfields, man, the last hard corn, right? In due season we shall reap, but it says in comma right there, if we faint not. All right, if we faint not, that means that we gotta keep your hands on the plow, keep going forward. You know what I'm saying? Just keep on going. I just want to say, give all praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wahakwakadash, Double honors to the apostles and elders, the great millstone who taught us the truth and ruled well. Peace, greetings, and salutations, shalom, to all the brothers across the world going ahead and giving their life up, giving their bodies up like a living sacrifice. To you brothers, I say shalom and a ball. Kwam Yasharala.